Hey everybody from the Vandale Public Library. We're sad that we can't be together in person, but glad that we can be together online. I'm Abigail, and thank you for joining me here for some Pilates.
Okay, so we're gonna start with some lateral flexion now. So if you need a cushion or a pillow, something to sit on to lift your hips up a little bit, you can do that, or you can sit with your knees bent, or have your legs out long. They'll be open a little bit wider than your hips, and we're gonna take the arms out to the side. We wanna keep the elbows lifted here, and we're gonna start by stretching up and over to the right. Reach a little bit more, feel that hip down into the mat, and come back to center. And then up and over to the other side, big stretch and reach, and again. Exhale over to the right, feel that left hip into the mat, and come back to center. And exhale over to the left, and all the way back up. Okay, going into spine twist. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, find that little diamond shape with the legs, and bring the hands behind the head. Press the head into the hands a little bit, feel that length in the back of the neck. We're gonna start by twisting to the right, so we're gonna let our eyes start to look to the right, and then keep looking back, and then twist us all the way around. And the eyes bring us back to center. We sit a little taller, and the eyes start to lead us around to the left. Looking to that back corner and coming back to center. And then again, twisting around to the right and coming back to center. One more time to the left and all the way back to center. We're making our way onto our stomachs now. So laying down on your belly, make a little pillow for your forehead with your hands, letting the head rest there. Your legs can be open if you need that space for your low back, or you can bring them together, whatever feels comfortable. Feel the shoulders sliding away from your ears. Take an inhale, breathe into your belly, just let it relax. And then on your exhale, feel like there's an ice cube under your belly button and you don't want to melt it. So draw the belly button up towards the spine, keeping it lifted. And think of the tailbone reaching for the heels so the low back stays long. Going into some extension, arms and hands press into the mat as your eyes look up to the baseboard. Feel that little open through the chest, and then lower the eyes and head back down. So eyes start to lift you up, and then lower back down. So think of the back going longer, so the energy travels up your spine as you lift into your extension, and lower. Now maybe play with keeping your hands on your forehead as you lift. So it might be a smaller lift because we want to keep the feet pressing down to the floor still. Keeping the abs lifted as the eyes lift you into your extension and lower. One more time, little lift and down. We're going to take our arms out to a goal pose position, so that 90-degree angle at the arm here for baby swan. So our eyes start to look up to the baseboard of the room. We start to press into our hands as we come up just a little bit higher. Remember, it's a baby swan, so it's still small. And then lowering all the way back down. So imagine your eyelashes are paintbrushes. You've got your favorite color, and you start to paint a line up that wall. Lifting up, pressing into the hands a little, and lowering back down. One more time, lifting up a little bit higher. Keeping the belly button pulled up towards the spine. And lowering all the way back down. Bring your hands back under your forehead, find that little pillow again. Going into some leg lifts. We're starting with the right leg. We're gonna lift it straight up and down. Keeping the hip bone connected to the mat. So lift and lower. Finding the little muscles in our underbuns to lift and lower the leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and other side. Left leg lifts and lowers. Keep the hip bone on the mat. So it's a small movement. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Press back into a little rest pose here. Tailbone to the heels, really rounding through the back, opening. And then coming onto the hands and knees and quadruped. So our hands will be right under our shoulders and our knees directly under the hips. We've got a long neutral spine here, so we could balance a pole on top of it. We're gonna find an angry cat old horse. So start by rounding your back like an angry cat, really deepening the belly. And then come into your neutral, and then find that little extension. So that horse, or maybe your cow from yoga, and then coming back to neutral. And then again, round belly button to spine, flexing through the back, coming to neutral, finding your extension, sits bones, crown of the head tip up, keeping the abs engaged. Back to neutral, one more each direction, round into your angry cat. Coming back to neutral, feel that little extension, and back to neutral. We're going into some arm and leg slides. You need to shake your wrists out, give them a quick little shake. Starting with our right arm, we reach it out in front of the shoulder, and we bring it back to the mat. And then the left arm reaches out, and it comes back in. So as we reach the right arm, make sure the shoulder still points down towards the mat. Left arm reaches, and it returns. Changing to the leg, starting with the right leg, slide it back in line with the hip, and bring it back in. And reach the left leg back, and in. Keeping the abs zipping up as you reach that leg back. And in, one more to the left, and in. You can stay with that single arm and leg, or now we're gonna combine them. So right arm and left leg reach away, and they slide back in. Left arm, right leg, reach, and return. So as we slide the arm and leg out, make sure the shoulders and hips all point down towards the mat still. One more time each side. Last one to the left. And in, take a quick little sit back onto your heels. And then coming back into that quadruped position, and we're going into some leg work. So reach the right leg back on the mat here. We're gonna lift it straight up and down, keeping the abs engaged as we lift and lower the leg, all the way up and all the way down. And 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Bend your knee, reach your toes to the ceiling, and like you're poking holes in the ceiling, pulse the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the leg out, lower it back down. Going to the left, reach that leg out, lift it with the hip, and lower it to the floor. Up and down. So keep the belly button pulled up to the spine. Make sure you're not sinking in your shoulders, but keep them reaching for 3, 2, up and hold. Bend your knee, reach the toes to the ceiling, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg goes long, lower back to the mat. Once again, sit back onto your heels, find that stretch. And from here, walk your hands to the right, sit into your left hip, taking a big breath into the left lung here. And release, walking your hands through center over to the right, sitting into that hip and breathing into the lung. Walking your hands through center, coming up. We're doing one last kneeling exercise. So we're up tall on our knees. We're gonna squeeze our heels together there, keeping the knees right under the hips. We want the hips right on top of the knees, the ribs right on top of the hips. We reach our arms out in front of us. We're going into chest expansion. So we're gonna press the palms back, feel the chest growing wider, and bring the arms back forward. And again, press back wide through the collarbones, and forward. And again, press, and forward. We're adding in the head, so press the arms back and hold. Look to your right, look to your left, back to center, arms go forward. And again, press and hold, look to your left, look to your right, back to center, arms forward. One last set. Keep the hips right on top of the knees, look right, left, center and forward. Last one, press, look left, right, center, forward, and release, sitting back down.